Hey, welcome to my channel. These cards are speaking. I hope you're doing well. And today is the 8-8 portal. So, I have a message I've been channeling. My cards are upside down. I've been getting for a few weeks now. And I wanted to share it with you. I think it goes along with the answers that I felt like someone was asking. And it's like the Lord was showing me that unions are now being separated. I'm just going to read what I got here. It says cycles of being strong, putting on or pretending things are okay, and they're not. The appearance of all is well, but the inner thoughts of things are not well is playing on your mind. You've tapped into your highest self and see and know there's more than that something is correct. Oh, what you desire is coming, but not in the package you expected it, which has you torn and conflicted. This is the beginning of working on self. Yes, to expand and ascend. It would break your heart as as the high priest or priestess of your life, you will now produce the life that your hearts desire. Your true authentic self is about to emerge from these ashes. Um, because when I was pulling cards, I got the three of swords, and that represents heartbreak. Um, what you're experiencing is the dark night of the soul. When you emerge from the other side, you will be in union with yourself. As I got the Lovers card, and that is the two people standing there naked, which to me that speaks of the shedding of the ego. Um, let's see. When you emerge from the other side, you will be in union with yourself. Um, Ego shedded and in check. Your inner child healed, and your high self having a voice to speak. So I feel like that is what Spirit has been trying to get me to hear and understand, because I've been wondering, like, what is this answers? What is this answer? So I began to pull cards, ask questions, and that's when I got, there's a lot of separation of unions going on, and someone is like confused as to why, like why now? But I also feel like it was inevitable. And this 8-8 portal, I don't know much about it, but um, I do feel like there is a purging, um, so to speak, and from that purging or the veil is being lifted, a revelation comes from that. But you have the strength card. You're being strong, and the Ten of Pentacles is what I split the deck on. Let's see. I got a new camera. Oh, there we go. Ten of Pentacles. Hope you can see it. So as you tap into your strength, you have no choice but to walk towards this Ten of Pentacles, which is, I feel like your heart's desire and the true authentic self of who you are. So just to go along with that, I'm going to pull some cards, and we're going to see what Spirit has to say. Along with this 8-8 portal, and also with this unions coming in separation. And what that looks like, it could even be people who've been in marriages for years, years, 20, 30 years, 15 years, and now getting to the point where they realize, or they see with their eye, that this is it. They're not going any further. They don't have a desire to go any further because it's not for their highest good. So separation of union, like in that sense. Um, Also, singularly, if you're not with anybody, separation with yourself as far as being true and honest of who you are. If you've been putting on like you have it all together, or pride and ego, all of that is going to be shedded, so that you can come in union with yourself And so that for me, like the Three of Cups, so the Three of Pentacles is the me, myself, and I card. So that the three, your higher self, um, now has a voice. Your inner child is now free to be itself. Your your ego is now in check and not ruling everything. So let's pull some cards and we're gonna see what Spirit has to say. I feel like it's lagging a little bit. I hope not. This is the first time using this camera, so we shall see. Alright, Spirit, what do you have for the collective? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this has been slow moving. Also, like I said, it's been inevitable. You know, it's been methodical with this slow moving. It's been going step by step by step, um, line upon line, precept upon precept. You know, with that has gotten you to the revelation or to the conclusion that this is not where it's at. You know, also along with the why, or someone asking the question, I feel like Spirit was saying and showing me that if you asked at any time for more, or to get in touch with your higher self, or if you felt like you were in this spiritual awakening, that all of this is part of it. To go forward, to emerge, you have to shed, you have to let go of ego, you have to let go of things that no longer serve you, even if it's to your own heartbreak. And with the Three of Swords that I was seeing, I felt like Spirit was saying of course, it's going to be a heartbreak, but in this heartbreak, um, it's going to cause a heart expansion. Your heart is going to expand for you to be able to receive all of the things that Spirit now wants to download to you, that wants to share to you, all of those inner questions and answers that you had that was deep down inside. As your heart expand, you can now make room for that, for Spirit to have an avenue and a channel to get it to you. Look at that, the Death card. I need to work on my lighting, but the Death card, death and transformation. Something is ending so something can be transformed. Like I was saying, from the ashes. Like, who is emerging from this ashes as you go through this dark night of the soul, as you face your inner demons, you face your inner childhood hood hurts and disappointments. You can then now emerge. That old way of life can be put to death. Those hurts can be put to death, and then you can transform into a new authentic being, right? The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. You've been in bondage. You have been holding your own self back. I feel like this is something you've been pushing down. You've been pushing down. You maybe had thoughts, and you maybe even stumbled across a couple of YouTube videos, and it intrigued you. You're like, what is this? This is all those synchronicities. Is Spirit trying to get your attention to help you get to your higher self. But I feel like you possibly now getting to the point where you realize, you have to take these bandages, these um, chains, doubts, and unbelief. You have to address all of that, because with this, you are the one that's limiting yourself. The Hangman. Look at this. The Hangman. No longer being stuck. I feel like someone wanted to be free. Someone wanted these answers, and this is it. It was a long time coming. This death and transformation is going to cause you to be unstuck. You're now going to be looking at things from a different perspective. You're going to be looking at things from a enlightened perspective. And this isn't something you go from 0 to 100 and bam, you've arrived. No, it is a whole process. It says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. So you're walking, through this valley. this low part, so that you can get to the mountaintop, which would be victory. Alright, Spirit. Let's see. And I feel like if this is not something that you have already attained, or if this isn't something that you already walked in, I feel like this is just confirmation to someone who has already gone through this purging. If I feel like someone might have been asking or wondering about the portal. We're hearing the 8/8 portal, August the 8th. The Lionsgate portal. Even wondering like, well, did I go through? Did I make it? Like, what is that? You know, I feel like this is the ascension of that, to give you an idea of like where you are on your timeline as far as even obtaining that. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. I wish it would like focus. How can I do this? There we go. Queen of Cups. I figured it out. I feel like that is who you are. The stature that you're walking in. The Queen of Cups to me always, it always comes across to me as a reader as poised. The way that you carry yourself. It's with dignity. It's refined. It's with caution. I feel like with this Queen of Cups, you know how to utilize your femininity in a situation if it calls for. It also lets me know that you know when it's time to walk into masculinity, because we both have masculine and feminine in us. And I feel like you know when it's time to walk in either one as you go about, because you have your emotions in check. You have your energy in check. Your vibration is high, and so in a way that you carry yourself as such. I feel like you're also magnetic. People are naturally drawn to you, and because people are naturally drawn to you, you also know how to walk in humility as you go about. It's like you know what is required of you to be the Queen of Cups. Look at that. The Hermit. And the Hermit card. I don't want anybody to read the card, but the Hermit, you know, after the introspection of yourself, you have gone within. You've allowed the Spirit to lead and guide you with the lighting your path. Your feet are ordered by the Lord. Your steps are highlighted each and every day from the intersection. As you go and you learn, I feel like you, day by day, as you're ascending, you're learning just a little bit more about yourself as that light is being shed on the inside of you, and which causes you to make wise decisions. All right, let's get a few more. Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands speaks of the battles that you've been in. You've overcome so much. You've overcome so many obstacles. So many things have been thrown at you. So many things have been put in your lap. And it's just like, I'm just seeing a person at bat on a baseball field. Every time a ball comes, it's a obstacle or issue. You knock it out of the park. Just one after the other, one after the other. And it's like you've overcome it. You've overcame all of those obstacles. And while you may feel weary and weak in the inside, you're still standing. You're not completely out. This person is they're on one knee, because it's like, I got this. I am still up. Don't count me out. And I feel like that's the perseverance that you endure as you go through the dark night of the soul, as you walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I feel like you know and recognize who you are and what you are capable of, and what may take out someone else. You're in this to win it. Your goal is to have a home run. You're knocking these balls out the park. Look at that, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. This person is a fiery, um, I'm hearing imaginative, as you carried yourself through all of the battles that you've been through, the death and transformation, looking at things from a different perspective. And this is what you've established, and this is what you walked in to learn all of the different emotions that you go through. Everything. 15:55 is on the clock. Everything that you've been through and that you've endured, you had to go through each emotion in life, whether if it was happy, angry, frustration. You went through the fire of emotions to know what they feel like, to experience them, but yet you're still um, poised. You still carry yourself in a such. And I feel like with this Queen of Wands, you've emerged from all of that, and then you have this fiery energy about you, where you are now feeling equipped to go out and do the work. You're equipped to go out, um, and put your feet where your mouth is. You know, the things that downloads that you get, you can now put into action, and you've um, emerged from the ashes as this Queen of Wands. Is a fire. It's a fire energy, and I feel like you've emerged. Just like it's under this death card, you've emerged, you've transformed into this Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is, to me, a go-getter. A Queen of Wands, they're full of life, they're full of energy. So what you transform into, it's someone who has used all of the darkness, the hurt, the disappointment, and use it as fuel to light your path now as you go out and about. Alright, let's get two more. And then we're going to pull some oracle cards. The Five of Wands. All that eternal battle. And it was all for the goal, all for the same goal. It was all for the same outcome. And that outcome was to find yourself, to find the true, authentic self, your higher self, the ascension. So what you've done, you've raised your level of consciousness from all the eternal battles that you've gone through, all the eternal fighting, the thoughts, the actions that you had to take, which now has caused you to look at things in a different perspective. Everything is not a fight. Everything is not a war anymore. All these things didn't happen to you, but now you realize it happened for you. Because if you had not been put through this, you might not be mentally strong and ascended as you are on your ascension timeline. Alright, let's get one more. Look at that. 8 of Pentacles. Under this Queen of Cups, it's like you've done the work. Thank you, Spirit. These spider webs is what I feel like I got this all backwards. I'm trying to figure out this camera, but the spider webs, and it's a spider in the middle of it. It speaks of creating the life that you want, creating the life that you desire. Some of you all may have been seeing spiders more than others, or more frequently, I should say, not more than others, but more frequently. And with that, the spider, spirit, in the spiritual meaning of the spider, is talking about, I'm just going to paraphrase, it's like newness. It's also about things changing. And I feel like that comes from you stepping out and you're doing exactly what Spirit has called you to do. There's some things that Spirit has put in your spirit to do, um, that you have learned from your ascension. 2020 is on the clock. You know, your vision has been enlightened now. You see things different. Your third eye is now clear. And with that, Spirit is wanting you to work on something. It's something only that you can work on, only something that you can develop. What you have is what the people needed, because you did not go through everything that you went through just to keep it for yourself. It was for such a time as this. It was for such a time as to set the captive free, your neighbor free, um, your co-workers, anybody, that you come in contact with. When you now come in contact with people, you may even start picking up on where they are. Spirit will let you know if you need to say anything or if you need to do anything. But it's not just for you to hold on to and be like, oh, okay, this is great. I got a message from the Lord. So let's use the chakra wisdom oracle cards, and then read out the book. Let me get the book. I hope you guys are doing well. So Spirit, give us a channel message for those who are watching. What is a channel message? How do I say cherish? Okay. Miracle. Trying to figure out. Let me hold it like this. Miracle. Miracle. And let's read Miracle and see what Spirit has to say. Look at that. Now I gotta fix my card. I feel like someone is, with that just happening, someone is feeling like it's a miracle that I even made it. You may even feel like your life got flipped, turned upside down. Everything was in a disarray, but yet it's a miracle that you're here. So maybe that spoke to somebody. A miracle. Sun sparkler. Integrity is what turns on the light. The legend. Darkville is a town of self-centered people. One day, Betty is given too much change after making a purchase, and she returns the extra money. A brilliant light bursts from the stump of a dead oak tree. In the center of town, the citizens are bewildered by the sudden brightness, but neither question the sun sparkler nor change their cheating ways. One day, a child asks it why it came. It tells her that it shines for all that is good in the world and appears when a good deed occurs. The residents of Darkville are touched and became more selfless. And I feel like Spirit is just saying that you are that miracle. Who you are and who you've ascended to, that you are the miracle. That people can see, and your light, what you radiate, and it now causes them to want to do a good deed. Like that is what you've elevated to. Inspiration. Do you let someone in, or do you pretend to not see them? You cannot shut out pain without shutting out pleasure. Kindness exists to lend magic to integrity. The essence of inspiration is integrity. Can I be counted on? Being a light. And I feel like also with this, speaking of integrity, you know, integrity is doing what you're supposed to when no one is looking. So, with this ascension, with this newfound revelation, this new outlook, are you only going to keep it for yourself and hoard it, or are you going to share it? And it could be social media, it could be a website, it could be a women's group, a men's group, anybody. Whatever the Spirit is putting on your heart to do. But I feel like that's what this is. You are the light in Darkville, meaning the world, And when I say the world, it's like your corner of the world. So, I mean, if you live in Kansas, just so to speak, Kansas and your little town of, I don't know, Nut Creek. I don't know if that is even a such thing. I'm just making it up. But Nut Creek, Kentucky or Kansas, whatever I said, is would be like your world. You know, your city, your state. You know, the people that you can reach. You know, and of course through social media. But that will be your dark bill. Are you being the light that now that you illuminated so that you can reach those people? Being a light, lighting the way for others, coming miracles. Keywords: integrity, gifts, and reward. So I feel like that is what Spirit wanted to share with you today. So this could have something to do with the 8-8 portal. I'm not sure, but I know this goes along with the other message the other day, the other reading about answers. And I feel like this is the answer. So, you know, with tarot, it's either already happened or it's happening now, or, you know, it's predictive. You know, so you have to see where you fit in this. Um, but that is what I have for you. These cards have spoken. I hope it shows up well using the new camera. Till next time, remember who you are.